So okay, so that is mainly you have used the discharge lamp. Why? Because these have provided the adequate illumination. Okay, and this having the absence of glare. Okay, so in some cases you have to maybe use the filament lamps. Okay, tungsten filament lamps may be used. Okay, this is about the factory lighting. Okay, so and which type of fitting is used in factory lighting. Okay, so and what are the and how to maintain the lamps in the factories you have to see. So next coming to the street lighting. Okay, so coming to the street lighting, the main objectives of street lighting are to make the traffic and obstructions on the road clearly visible in order to promote safety and convenience. So that means, so whenever there is a absent of street lighting, what happen whenever there is no street lighting? So if suppose daytime it's okay, so in night time, in night times what happen whenever there is no lights will be placed on the street, so at that time there will be becomes a dark, so at that time it may be causes the obstructions to the traffic, so at that time they, it may causes the accidents on the roads. So that's why to promote the safety and convenience on the streets you have to use the street lighting. Okay, to in another way, so to make the streets more attractive, this is also one way to provide the street lighting, as well as to increase the community value of the street. Okay, to community value means population. Okay, so what is the population walking on the street will be also increases. So the principle employed for the street lighting is different from that of interior lighting. So what are the principle is used in the interior lighting is totally different from the street lighting. There are no walls and ceilings which reflect diffuse light, and hence only direct lighting schemes can be employed, and hard shadows and high cannot be avoided. See, in street lighting only we are using the direct lighting. That means direct lighting is nothing but 90% of the light coming downwards, only 10% will goes upwards. So why? Because here there is no walls, ceiling, etc. That's why here we are using the direct lighting. So here also two general principles are employed in the design of street lighting installation. So in previously we are discussing the light control principles are two types. What are those? Specular reflection, diffuse reflection. So here you have to use the two general principles are employed in the street lighting are diffusion principle and specular reflection principle. So to see diffusion principle. So I am says that what is the diffusion principle? Diffusion principle is nothing but here the light is distributed in all directions uniformly. That means the light is scattered in all directions. Here also same. In this case, the lamps fitted with suitable reflectors are used. The reflectors are so designed that they may have direct light downwards. Okay, they have spread uniformly as possible over road surface. So whenever you have to use the diffusion principle in the street lights, so at that time the total amount of the light will come into the road surface. Okay, so in order to avoid the glare, the reflectors are made to have a cutoff between 30 to 45 degrees. So to avoid the glare, okay, to avoid the glare, you have to set the lamps in between the angle 30 to 45 degrees, so that the filament is not visible except from underneath. So the diffusion nature on the road surfaces cause the reflection of a certain portion of the incident light. So here not only total light will not reflected, only in some cases some small amount of the light may be reflected. Okay, so the illumination at any point on the road surface. Okay, to find out the how much value of the light illuminated on the road surface, that is you have to find out by using the inverse square law. What is the inverse square law? When the illumination at any point of a surface is inversely proportional to the square of the distance from the source to the surface. Okay, by using that law you have to find out the how much of the illumination will be on road surface. Okay, next one is what? Next one is specular reflection principle. Okay, so the specular reflection principle enables our models to see the object above 30 meters ahead. So to see the object on the road surface 30 meters ahead, you have to use this specular reflection principle. Okay, so in this case, the reflectors are curved upwards. Here you can place this, and that means here you have to use upward direction, so that if the light thrown on the road at a very large angle of incidence. So this can be explained with the help of C. you have to see this diagram. Okay, this is observer and this is object. Okay, so to see you have this different light source. So from this light source we have to coming the light on the, see here, an object resides over the road at P in between the lamps S1 and S2 and S3 and observer at Q. Okay, so this is the object at P and observer at Q. Okay, so thus the object will appear immediately against the bright road surface due to lamps at a longer distance. So whenever the light will be coming from that light sources, so at that time, okay, so the light will be appears due to the brightness of the road surface. This method of lighting is not only suitable for straight sections along the road. Okay, so in this method it is observed that the objects on the roadway can be seen by a smaller expenditure power by the diffusion method of light. Okay, in this way you can use the small power light also, okay, compared to the diffusion principle. Okay, so illumination level for street lighting and mounting height of lamp. So for street lighting you have to use how much illumination level. Okay, that means how much intensity of lights and in which height you have to place the lamps. Now you can see coming to the the illumination of the level required depends upon the class of street lighting installations. Okay, so see in class A installations, in it is in shopping centers and road junctions, illumination level of 30 lumens per meter square. So at shopping centers, so in big shopping malls as well as in road junctions, so you have to use the more illumination. So at that time the lights used in the range of 30 lumens per meter square is required, whereas in poorly lighted suburban streets, urban streets, illumination level required is 4 lumens per meter square. So in general areas, okay, in populated areas, in suburban streets, so the light required is 4 lumens per meter square is sufficient. An average well lighted street will require a level between 18 to 15 lumens per meter square. So some average well lighted areas you have to require the 18 to 15. Okay, excellent illumination is considered when the distance apart is not more than the road. Okay, so distance between the road is not more than the illumination level. So at that time you have to see that excellent illumination, and as possible lamps near the large trees should be avoided. See, whenever you have to find out the object, because of the light you have to directly see the lights. So next one is types of lamps used for street lighting. So here you have to use the, mainly you have to use the discharge lamps. So mainly you have to use the mercury vapor lamps, and sodium discharge lamps have been found to particular advantage for the street lighting purpose. So in street lighting purpose, here you have to use the different color lights. So the coloring of the light may be occurred in discharge. Whenever you have to discharge the different types of gases, so at that time you have to get the different colors. So that's why mercury vapor and sodium discharge lamps have been found certain particular advantage of the street lighting purpose. Okay, lower power consumption for a given amount of light. The overall cost of an installation with discharge lamps less than the employing filament lamps. Okay, so compared to the filament lamps, the installation cost of the discharge lamps will be also less. Okay, so that's why here mostly you are using the, so street lighting means you are using the large number of lamps. So okay, that's why here you are using discharge lamp. The color and monochromatic nature of the light produced by the light do not matter much in street lighting installations. Okay, so up to now you are discussed in the street lighting. Next class we are discussed in the method of lightning calculations. Okay, to find out that lightning we have the different calculations. So okay, so in this class we are discussing about the polar curves, Rosier's construction, okay, design of lightning schemes, factory lightning and street lightning.